Shalom Be'erev Tov. My name is Rabbi Deborah McKenzie, and we will begin our Maravik service in about Shalom Be'erev Tov. My name is Rabbi Deborah.
I guess I'm on. My name is Rabbi Galit Levi Slater, and I think Rabbi Deborah is on, and Albert, and 5 others. So welcome. This is Sim Shalom, the online synagogue, and my usual day is Thursday, but I am covering for Rabbi M. So I am not Rabbi M, I am Rabbi Galit. And welcome. We got about 5 minutes. I'm gonna maybe do a little nigun. Okay. We're using the Rabbi Galit prayer book, in case you were wondering. Matov on page 3. Shevet kulanu yachad, Hine matov manayim, Shevet kulanu yachad. שבט כולנו יחד, הנה מה טוב, שבט כולנו יחד, הנה מה טוב ומנעים, 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 שבט כולנו יחד, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, לה 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 לה, הנה מה טוב ומנעים, 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 שבט כולנו יחד, הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבט כולנו יחד, הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבט כולנו יחד, הנה מה טוב ומנעים, שבט כולנו יחד. Before we do the Baruch, I wanted just to let you know that we're all switching around this week. My usual day is Thursday, but Rabbi M is, both Rabbi M and Rabbi Nancy are out with their grandchildren or kids trick-or-treating. And I don't trick-or-treat because I live in a senior community that doesn't allow trick-or-treating. So I was able to switch with Rabbi M. And then Rabbi Nancy isn't able to do it on tomorrow. She has, I don't remember what the situation was, but so she's switching with Rabbi Deb. So everybody is moving around this week. We're all in different places. Okay, Baruch Hu, page 4. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMivorak. Praise be the one to whom our praise is due. Baruch Adonai HaMivorak Leolam Vaed. Praise be the one to whom our praise is due now and forever. Ahavat Olam. Your love has embraced us always, in wilderness and promised land, in good times and in bad. Night and day your Torah sustains us, reviving the spirit, delighting the heart, informing the soul, opening the eyes, granting us a glimpse of eternity. Because of your love, we shall embrace Torah night and day, in devotion and delight. Beloved are you, Adonai, whose Torah reflects your love. Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai alone. Praise be God's glorious sovereignty throughout all time. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. And these words which I command you this day, you shall take to heart. Teach them diligently to your children, and recite them at home and away, night and day. Bind them as a sign upon your hand, and as a reminder above your eyes. Inscribe them upon the doorposts of your homes and upon your gates. Then you will remember and observe all my mitzvot and be holy before your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I, Adonai, am your God, who is truth. Mi chamocha. Mi chamocha, Vailim Adonai. Mi chamocha, Nedar Makodesh. Oh, who is like you, Adonai, among all that is worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? Hashkivenu. O God, you are a consolation to your creatures. For in moments of forgetting, we but call to mind your care, and we are comforted. When we hope no more, a pattern in the snow reminds us of your loving kindness. Your dawns give us confidence, and sleep is a friend. You are here. We fail words to say. Matov. Baruch atah Adonai, haborei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Praised are you, Adonai, who spreads the shelter of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. V'chatzi Kaddish. Yitkara v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, be'alma divra kirutei, be'amlik malchutei, b'chaye kon u'b'yom echon, u'v'chaye kol beit Yisrael, bagala, bagala, u'vizman kariv, v'imeru amen. Yehi shemei Rabba mevarach le'alam u'lalmei amaya yitbarak, yitbarak v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei l'kudisha brichu leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushmechata v'nekemata damiron be'alma v'imeru amen. Amidah, Avot ve'imahot. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, v'Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim ve'Konlei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot ve'Imahot, U'mevi Goel Livnei V'nehem Leman Shemo Be'ava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah. Ata gibor le'olam Adonai, mechaye hakol ata, Rav lehoshia. Mashiv haruach u'morid haGashem. Mechakel kayim bechesed, mekaye hakol berakamim rabim, somek nofelim verofei kolim, umatir asurim, umekayim emunato lishenei afar, mikamo kama givurot, umidom elak, melech memit umechaye umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman atah lehachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai mekaye hakol. Kaddish Shalem. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה קירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונקמתה דמירן בעלמא ויאמרו אמן. תתקבל צלטון ובוטון דכל ישראל, קודם אבוהון דבשמיא ויאמרו אמן. יהי שלום הרבה מן שמיא, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ויאמרו Before we do the Aleinu, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Torah portion for this coming week, which is Vayera. I usually do a little kind of mini Torah reading service on Thursdays, but this is not one of the days that we ordinarily read from the Torah, so I'm not going to do that today. Vayera is an important Torah reading because it covers a whole lot of stuff concerning Abraham, concerning Lot, Sarah, the birth of Isaac, all kinds of stuff. This particular, I always follow the triennial cycle. And this year is the second triennial cycle, so it doesn't begin with the actual Torah portion itself. It's in the middle. It begins with discussing the two angels that go to visit the city of Sodom, where Lot lives, and they're there to warn Lot that he must take his family out of the city if they are to be saved from total destruction. And one of the interesting things that they mention in this is that Sodom is pretty badly corrupted. It's, of course, the name of the city is where we get the word sodomy, and apparently sexual deviation was not necessarily one of the worst things that the Sodomites practiced. They were corrupt in other ways. They would steal from people, and it was okay to steal. They did, however, notice the angels being shepherded into Lot's house. They weren't initially, they were going to sleep on the street and observe the city. But Lot knew of the dangers in the city, and so he persuaded them to come into his house. The city of Sodom, the people that lived there, followed the angels into the house, not into the house, but to the house, and they banged on the door and they surrounded the house and they said, "You must send these two men out so that we can do whatever we want with them." Including, it is assumed, because they said, "We want to know them." Knowing somebody in the biblical sense does mean sex. So Lot said, "No, you're not going to do anything to these men. I'll tell you what, I've got two daughters inside that have not ever known a man, and I'll send my two daughters out for you to do whatever you want with them, but not these two men." Well, it got to be kind of nasty, and the guys tried to break down the door, and the angels barred the door so that the men were not able to come in, and they also blinded them so that they were not able to even find the door. But the interesting part, I think, about this is that Lot had been influenced to a certain extent by his uncle, Abraham, in that because Abraham was innately hospitable to people, Lot was also hospitable, but to a slightly lesser degree. If you recall from last week, when the angels, the three angels at that time, one of them left because he managed to tell Abraham and Sarah that they were going to have a child. So his duty was no longer needed. Abraham welcomed them by running out to greet them, even though he was seriously in pain from having performed a bris on himself. He ran to greet them. He brought them back. He had Sarah bake bread for the men. He went out and slaughtered lambs so that they had a festive meal. Well, Lot did something like that when he invited the angels into his house. What a guy. Yeah, you're right, Doc. Yeah, he was something else. That was being hospitable in a nasty way. But when he didn't bake bread for the angels, he gave them matzah, which was, it's just not quite as overflowing with the milk of human kindness as Abraham. It just wasn't quite there. And then, of course, the family waited until morning. The husbands-to-be of Lot's daughters said, "No, we don't want anything to do with leaving town. We like it here." So only Lot, his wife, and his two daughters were able to escape the destruction of the cities. And then, of course, Lot's wife turned around and looked back because she regretted having to leave the town in which she had grown up, and was instantly turned into a pillar of salt. So Lot wasn't, he was considered a good guy, but not that good. At any rate, that's a little of the summary of this coming week's Torah portion. So we'll do the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. Page 18. We rise to our duty to praise the Master of all, to acclaim the Creator. God made our lot unlike that of other people, assigning to us a unique destiny. We bend the knee and bow, acknowledging the Supreme Sovereign, the Holy One, exalted, who spread out the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth. למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד. Such is the prophetic assurance, Adonai shall be acknowledged ruler of all the earth. On that day Adonai shall be one and God's name one. It's interesting also that although having my mother took a Bible study class one time and came back and said that the reason that the daughters insisted that they get their father drunk a lot and sleep with him in order to propagate the people. They said, according to that particular Bible study, that they thought that the entire world had been destroyed and therefore it was up to them to repopulate the earth. How did they not know? How could they not know that Abraham was still around with all of his myriad of followers? I can't imagine, one would think that the angels would have told him that the world was going to be destroyed, but the angels didn't. They said only these cities. So I'm not sure that Lot's daughters were all that great as far as humanity is concerned. They peopled the Moabite people, and the elder daughter, her children became the Moabites, and the other daughter, the younger daughter, became the Amorites. Okay, on behalf of the sick, and I have a number of people in my community that are in need of healing and in need of comfort. I have a friend, Lee Feldman, whose aunt passed away, and I did her funeral on Sunday. And another friend of mine, Ellen Harmon, whose sister-in-law is, I think she only has a few weeks to live, and has asked that the family be with her. So all of Ellen's family are going to Colorado to be with them. Plus my friend Vic DeGracia, the sister of a friend, whose name is Gail Reed, Susan Madelon, Marcia Cohen. And if you have anybody in your community that you'd like remembered for healing, you can type it into the chat box and I will recite it. We are grateful, O God, for the gift of life and for the healing powers you have implanted within your creatures. Sustain our loved ones through these days of illness with the courage and fortitude they need to endure weakness and pain. Help us to find ways to show our love for them so that we may be an influence for good in their time of need. And may all who suffer illness of body or mind know that you are with them, giving them strength of spirit as they struggle to recover. May their afflictions soon be ended, and may they return in health to family and friends. I'd also like to remember the people who were attacked today in New York. I understand it's 8 people who died, at least the last time I checked, and possibly a couple of dozen people injured by a terrorist, apparently. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi shebeirach imotenu mikor habracha avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Baruch atah Adonai rofei hacholim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who heals the sick. The Mourner's Kaddish. So we want to remember the people killed in New York. And any of you who are in mourning or observing yahrzeit, you may join me. If you wish to, you may join to say Kaddish for those who have no one to say Kaddish for them. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbi. Be'almad yivrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chai yichon v'yomichon v'chai l'kol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei Rabbi mevarach le'olam olam me'amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalel v'yitalal shemei d'kudisha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tu'ishbechata v'nechemata da'anioran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. Oseh shalom v'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru Amen. I'm going to close with a song that I wrote. It's called Peace Shalom. I wrote it with a friend of mine here near where I live, and she wrote a poem and I loved it and said, may I please send it to you? So it's called Peace Shalom. Everybody wants peace. Everybody needs peace. God gave us peace, and as God's gift, it can increase. It's an inner serenity that gives silence to fear, and it brings hope to express the goodness we hear. Shalom expresses more than a single peaceful view. It offers completeness, soundness, health, and safety too. Tranquility, contentment with friendship and good deeds. It's said when we have shalom, we have everything we need. Together, peace and shalom is so powerful and strong. We can rely on their expressions to be a favorite song, to fill our hearts with gladness, courage, and God's love, and spread the peace as it flows from the heavens above. Thank you very much for sharing this Maariv service and for being here today and joining Sim Shalom, being a part of Sim Shalom. I'm Rabbi Galit Levi Slater, and this is Shalom, this Sim Shalom, the online synagogue. And I will be back next week, probably Thursday, unless somebody asks me to switch with them. Thank you. Laila Tov. Have a beautiful evening and a beautiful rest of the week.